You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's podcast. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to another edition of TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Weekly. In next 15 minutes, we'll talk about what happened in the week second, and we'll also preview the week 3, and we will also talk about, give you results, what happened with the Turkish teams in the European competitions, and we'll also talk about a little bit Turkish National Team matches coming up in September. And guess what? The only team that plays in the Champions League, Beşiktaş, will be in the Group C. We'll talk about the details about that. So in 15 minutes, I'll give you all those. Stay tuned for Turkish Football Weekly Show by TurkishSoccer.com. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Okay, as we pass weekend and the week second week of the Turkish football, Turkish Super League, and Beşiktaş lost. Actually, they did not lose. They tied. And other than Beşiktaş, Trabzonspor, Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe, all day they won their matches. Also, another Cinderella team this year. As you know, the team, the newly promoted team, Altay, is in the league. And they are on top of the standings in the Turkish Super League at the end of the week second. So Altay, perfect score and perfect 2 matches. They're on top, but there are also 5 more teams, actually 4 more teams, 5 teams with 6 points. So let me run down what happened in the week 2. On Friday, Kayserispor at home tied with Adana Demirspor. Adana Demirspor, as you know, Mario Balotelli plays for them, and a little bit of disappointment. And I think the coach is not happy with him as far as what's happening so far in this past 2 weeks. On Saturday, there were 4 matches. At home, Rizespor and Karagümrük tied 0-0. Kasımpaşa at home beat newly promoted team Giresunspor 2-0. Alanya and Altay. Altay was the only team that scored more than 2 goals. Altay beat Alanya in Alanya 4-1. This was a huge score. As you know, Altay is coached by Turkish National Team coach, former Turkish National Team coach, and also he coached Beşiktaş, Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe. Mustafa Denizli is coaching Altay, this team. And also on Saturday, Gaziantep and Beşiktaş, as I mentioned in the beginning of the program, they tied 0-0. On Sunday, Konyaspor beat Başakşehir 2-1. And Fenerbahçe at home beat Antalyaspor 2-0. Göztepe at home lost to Yeni Malatyaspor 1-0. On Monday, Trabzonspor at home beat Sivasspor 2-1. And last match, Galatasaray beat Hatayspor 2-1. It was not easy, but Galatasaray earned 3 points. So after these matches, week 2 ended. And on top, as I mentioned to you before, Altay is first place. And there are 5 teams with 6 points. There are 3 teams with 4 points. And there are 2 teams with 3 points. And 2 teams with 1 point. 5 teams with 1 point. And there are teams that hasn't won a match in past 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Those teams are Sivasspor with 0 points and Başakşehir with 0 point, and newly promoted team Giresunspor right at the bottom of the barrel with 0 points. So these were the standings, and as far as the goal scorers at the end of the week 2, Bakasetas from Trabzonspor along with Vakeme and Dauda Bamba. Watch this name, ladies and gentlemen. And he's from Altay. And he scored 2 goals. And there are a few other players that scored goals, 2 goals. So it is going to be very interesting as far as goal scorers this year. And looking at week 3, week 3 is we're gonna update probably the a very important match of week 3. Looking at week 3, it's gonna be week of the match will be on Sunday. As you know, the games on week 3 will be played on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There are no matches on Monday because, as you know, after week 3, there's a recess for Turkish National Team. As I mentioned to you in the beginning of the program, that Turkish National Team will play a couple of games, and the 4th weekend will start on September 12th in the Turkish Super League. And let's get to what is going to happen this coming weekend, starting on Friday, week 3. On Friday, there are 2 matches. Antalya will be hosting Rizespor at home, and Adana Demirspor will be at home against Konyaspor on Friday. On Saturday, Başakşehir, the team that hasn't earned any points, will face Kayserispor. Kayserispor is coached by Hikmet Karaman. Yeni Malatya will be at home against Gaziantep, and Beşiktaş will host Fatih Karagümrük. This should be a very good match. Beşiktaş has to win this match. And Hatayspor will host Alanyaspor. On Sunday, Sivasspor will be at home against Göztepe. And Sivasspor, as I mentioned to you, they are not even playing very good soccer lately. And they will be hosting Göztepe at home. Sivasspor, after 2 matches, they haven't earned any points in the league. This is something very bad start for Sivasspor in the Turkish Super League. And Sunday, other match, Kasımpaşa will host Galatasaray. And that's very interesting match will be in Kasımpaşa Stadium. And Giresun will host Trabzonspor. And this will be a Black Sea Derby match between Giresunspor and Trabzonspor. As you know, Giresun and Trabzonspor are from Black Sea region. The match of the weekend in the week 3 in the Turkish Super League will be in Izmir. Altay will be hosting Fenerbahçe. As you know, as I mentioned to you before, Altay's coach Mustafa Denizli coached Fenerbahçe. He knows how Fenerbahçe plays. This should be very interesting. This should be for the league leader, the top spot, I think, because both teams have 6 points. In any case, if Altay-Fenerbahçe match ends with a draw and Galatasaray or Trabzonspor win their match, most likely one of those teams will capture the first place at the end of the week 3. So those are the matches for week 3. And I think, as I mentioned to you, the match of the week will be on Sunday in Izmir. Altay versus Fenerbahçe. This should be a very interesting match in Izmir. So after week 3 ends, as I mentioned to you before, week 4 will start on September 12th. And in between those dates and then September, I believe that right after the matches played, Şenol Güneş probably announce the Turkish National Team squad after Sunday, or it might be before the matches on Sunday. And Turkish National Team will be at home. Their first game will be against Montenegro, and that will be on September 1st, on Wednesday in Turkey, in Istanbul. And the second match for Turkish National Team, it will be on September 4th, and they will travel. It will be a away match against Gibraltar, and it will be on September 4th on Saturday. Now, after that match, September 7th, Turkish national team will travel to Netherlands to face Netherlands in Netherlands. So quite an interesting 3 matches for Şenol Güneş and Turkish national team. It's going to be very interesting because if you look at the standings right now, Turkey sits on top with 7 points, and Netherlands is right behind, along with Montenegro and Norway. And all 3 of them has 6 points. So there are 2 very important matches for Turkish national team that they have to win at least, win 2 and tie 1. I'm looking for at least 7 points out of these 3 matches. If the worst thing happens, Turkey might lose that first place in the standings. So, because once October and November comes, and it's going to be a trouble ending for Turkish national team. Because in October, Turkey will face Norway in Turkey, and then they will travel to Latvia in October. And November, they will have 1 home match and 1 away match. So these are very important matches for Turkish national team. So along with Turkish Super League, and we have Turkish national team playing in the middle, and then we had teams that played, Turkish teams played in European competitions, and Galatasaray went through, and they will be in the Europa League, and along with Fenerbahçe, they will also be in the Europa League. Sivasspor and Trabzonspor were eliminated. Trabzonspor lost against Roma 2-0. Sivasspor got trashed by Copenhagen 5-0. That was something else. Fenerbahçe at home beat Helsinki 5-2. Fenerbahçe with a young squad. They're really doing good. They have very bright young starts coming up. And Galatasaray beat Randers away match 2-1. And actually in a lucky own goal made Galatasaray move up and to the Europa League. So Beşiktaş will be in the Champions League. Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe will be in the Europa League. And it should be fun. We'll have 3 teams playing in the European competition. But Beşiktaş is the only team representing Turkey this season in the Champions League. Beşiktaş in the Champions League will be in the Group C. And in Group C, Beşiktaş will be playing against Sporting Club from Portugal, Dortmund from Germany, and Ajax from Netherlands. That's a not bad group, but Beşiktaş has to win some matches. Lately, Beşiktaş, I know a lot of the new transfer hasn't fit into the first 11 starting lineup yet. Once they combine, they get ready for gelling the roster. I think Beşiktaş should be in a good condition when these Champions League starts. So in almost 15 minutes, I gave you what happened and what will happen this coming weekend in the Turkish Super League, and after that, what will happen with Turkish national team. So listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. You've been listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Weekly Show. Goodbye.